Hello and welcome. I am Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today it's about, I've got 4 foods I want to show you in the produce aisle. These are 4 of the most health promoting foods that you need to start your new year off right. Now I want to challenge you, how many of you have already included these 4 foods in your diet already? If you haven't, I'm going to give you some great ideas on how to do it. So before we go inside, if you haven't already, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and hit the like button and also like the page. And then if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it. That tells me I'm giving you the content that you really like. And if there's something I haven't covered yet, I would love to read your comments today. And we will add that in another video. So let's go inside where it's warmer and check out these 4 vegetables that are definitely going to change your life. So I hope I excite you with this one. We're going to start with the first 3 vegetables, and here we are. We are here with the chard, we're here with the collards, and the turnip greens. These are 3 of the 4 that we're going to talk about first. Now you know there are 2 things I want you to get in every single food that you eat, and that is high fiber and high protein. These greens, all of these greens here, the chard and the mustard greens and the turnip greens, they have vitamins and minerals. I'm going to list for you all of the vitamins and minerals, all of the antioxidants. We're going to talk about that because I really want you to get the value of these greens in your diet. So now let's go to the science board and look at all of the vitamins and minerals. Each one of these greens has its own blend of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, but yet they're all going to have calcium, and also with the calcium is vitamin K. Now that's going to help you build strong bones. We're going to talk about that vitamin K a little bit later, so hang on to that. They have iron. This is to prevent anemia. Perfect food for elderly, perfect food for those who are pregnant. Magnesium. Magnesium helps your heart to maintain its beat. It helps your muscles to stay toned and to stay strong. Phosphorus, potassium, zinc. Remember, we all need zinc in our diet every day for our immune system. Vitamin C, because the vitamin C is going to help build collagen. Look at this huge bundle of greens here. This is going to help build collagen in your body. Collagen is for healthy skin, healthy hair, and your immune system. Also, you're going to get vitamins A, E, and K, which I already mentioned K, and you're going to get 5 of the B vitamins. Now, if you remember why I want you to have B vitamins, put it in the comments down below. If you don't remember, then I'm going to tell you it's for your memory and your happiness. So we both need both of those in our diet every day for that reason. Now let's start with the collards. Collards are part of the Cruciferous family. I have taught you so much about Cruciferous. I hope you go back and check those videos. Go back and check the video about angiogenesis and just about what is Cruciferous in general. So you're looking for these firm, deep green leaves. These are perfect. Now, sometimes if you can find smaller collards, or if you grow collards yourself, if you trim them off when they're a little bit younger, you'll have a more tender and a more mild flavor. Now, these will store well in the refrigerator for at least a week, maybe even more. So this would be a huge healthy bunch to have and a great way to start adding them into your diet. Now, if we steam them for less than 10 minutes, we get to retain all of the nutrition that's in these leaves. Now, to add these into your diet today, you could use this on a sandwich. Just cut out this center rib, put this on your sandwich instead of the iceberg lettuce. You could make this a wrap. You don't even need to have a tortilla wrap when this would be a delicious wrap of its own. You could also put these, just shred them up into really fine pieces and add this to your salad. You only need 1 cup of Cruciferous a day to build the health that you need. It's not like you need to have this at every meal. Now, if you want to, well, go right ahead and enjoy it. Used to eating turnips. Well, maybe you're not used to eating turnips, but you need to add turnips. We've talked about these in other videos. But now let's look at the turnip greens. Now these turnip greens, this is what I really want you to get from this. When I talk about the nutrient density in the Treasures of Healthy Living Bible Study and in our video series, what that means is the amount of nutritional value per serving in relation to the calories. Now, this food here, these turnip greens actually have one of the highest nutrient density scores. It is actually a 1,000 on the nutrient density index. That is incredible. So let's think about this. So these greens here, these are beautiful. They would just be, you could use them the same ways that I just talked about with the collards, only you could also use them in other ways, such as adding just a handful into your scrambled eggs or in an omelet, or definitely in a smoothie. All of these would work really well into a smoothie. Now let's move on to the chard. Now the chard, I love it because it's so beautiful. I mean, those colors just show you how much God loves us, that He gave us such vibrant colors to enjoy on our dinner plate. Now I want to introduce you to two words, and the first word is this word here. This is camphor. This is highly important for those who want to help prevent or to recover from pancreatic cancer. So let me just share with you, there was a study done that showed that this nutrient that is in the chard attacks pancreatic cancer cells. And what it does is it induces the death of the cell and it inhibits the growth of the cell. So I didn't want to just say this word, I wanted you to see this word. Now a second nutrient that they found through some studies is this nutrient, Vitexin. Now Vitexin was shown in studies, it's a flavonoid. It helps to fight heart disease and helps to reduce blood pressure, reduces inflammation, and reduces blood clots. Now, is that not a reason to start enjoying all these beautiful colors today? Now, same as before with how you would serve this, the same way I've shared with you all of the other reasons. You could use these leaves instead of basil in your pesto. Yeah, isn't that fun? I can't wait to try that. So that would be a fun way of trying chard. You could shred these up, put them on top of a pizza. You could shred it up, mix it in with some goat cheese and make that a topping on top of your grilled chicken or your grilled tuna. Some delicious ways of serving this today. Here we have the mustard greens. So I had to go to a different store to pick them up, and they look really good. Now mustard greens are a little bit more peppery taste. The antioxidants in the mustard greens are free radical scavengers. They go and find all of the free radicals that are causing harm to your body. They attack them and get rid of them. And all of this without you even interrupting your day. That's the beauty of how God designed it. Free radicals are linked to heart disease, cancer, and type 2 diabetes. So if we can eat some beautiful green mustard greens like this, and let it do its job the way God designed it, we get the benefit. Our day is amazing and life just gets more abundant. So I hope I encourage you to try some of these. You can tell these are a lot more thicker, more dense than just your romaine or your iceberg, just a very more nutrient dense lettuce. In the beginning of this video, I talked about vitamin K and why we need it in our diet. Now, many of you who are on blood thinners, you kind of turned me off at that point. You're like, oh, can't do that. I can't do greens because I am on a blood thinner. I can't have vitamin K. That's not 100% true. Let's talk about this. So I want to give you a primer on vitamin K. So here you can see a list of the foods that vitamin K is included in. Now, the cheddar cheese at the bottom might have caught a few of you by surprise. I'm going to share a few other foods too that I don't have on this list that also have vitamin K that's going to surprise you as well. But realize vitamin K is a natural vitamin that God put in our foods. And here are the top 4 reasons why we need it. One is healthy growth, whether it's in an infant, a child, or an adult. When we have children with failure to grow, it's typically a vitamin deficiency, and vitamin K is one of those prime vitamins that they're missing. Here's another, prevents bleeding disorders. There are so many autoimmune issues, there's so many diseases that have a bleeding disorder. It's not just the blood clot problem that people have as they age, and they get it in their legs, and they get it in their heart and their brain. That is serious, and I get that. But there's more bleeding disorders than you may be aware of. Normal blood clotting. If we didn't have vitamin K in our diet, in these natural foods, you get cut, you're going to just bleed out, and you can totally bleed out and you would die. But yet God created a blood clotting factor, and vitamin K is what builds that blood clotting factor. And then the last is bone health. So many people who are put on blood thinners and are told don't touch any greens, they then go into osteoporosis, they go into osteopenia, and they're like, why is this happening? Well, it's because of the doctor telling you no greens and take this medication, which also interferes. So if you do have a deficiency in vitamin K, a couple of the symptoms are nosebleeds. That means you don't have enough vitamin K in your diet, and we can correct that with adding in greens. Failure to grow, as I said, and blood in the urine for any age person. Now, there's two different kinds of vitamin K. You have vitamin K1 and vitamin K2. And these are different. And the more they're discovering about these, they almost feel like they should have different titles as opposed to both being a vitamin K. Vitamin K2, this is what you're going to find on multivitamins, if it's a good quality multivitamin. So you can see this one right here, vitamin K2 right there. So if your doctor says don't take vitamin K, you can still take a really good multivitamin as long as it's a vitamin K2, because this is not a leafy green. Vitamin K2 is not part of the blood clotting factor. And I really want you to get this in your diet. And here's why. Vitamin K2 prevents disease. It helps build this bone density. This is key. And it actually helps to activate the binding action that builds the bones nice and strong. But it also, here's some really interesting studies that I found, it reduces hip fractures by 77% and spine fractures by 60%. Well, people as they age, they fear falling and breaking something. Well, I understand that fear, yet we need to eat these foods that God created. We need to eat them every day, 1 cup. Now, another reason I want you to focus on this vitamin K2 is that it has been linked to a reduction, a 63% reduction in prostate cancer. Now, I know a lot of men who are going to be excited about that. So when we're listening to our doctor, we're taking a blood thinner and we're eliminating the greens, then we're making ourselves susceptible to prostate cancer. I'm going to tell you the healthy balance. I want you to listen to your doctor, but I want you to talk to your doctor, and I want you to be informed when you talk to your doctor. So that's the point of this. So vitamin K2 comes in egg yolks, grass-fed cows in the beef, and fermented sauerkraut. It also helps to bind with vitamin D for vitamin D to work even better. So here's how we can get the benefit of both our greens in our diet and our vitamin K2. What we want to do is talk to our doctor. We want to say, Doctor, I'm trusting you to take care of me, but I want you to understand this is what's important to me. I'm going to eat 1 cup of greens every day in my diet, and I'm going to supplement with a multivitamin that has K2 in it. When you do that every single day, he can regulate your medication to adjust to that eating pattern and supplement pattern. That way you are not removing the health benefits that God put in the greens and the health benefits in the K2. I'm just telling you how to work together for the best benefit. I hope this has been helpful. Now let me just encourage you. It is time to turn over a new leaf. It is time to realize, yes, the grass is always greener, health is always leaner when we add greens or we go onto the garden side of the fence. So I really want to encourage you. Remember, 1 cup of greens a day. I've given you several ways of serving them. Remember, that's what we need in our diet. Now, 3 of the 4 that I just talked about are cruciferous, and the other one is part of the spinach and beet family. So we know we're getting the nutrition that we need. Now, you know I am here to teach you God's recipe for excellent health, and the number 1 ingredient is love. God loves you. And you can love yourself by serving yourself some greens. You could love your body by saying, hey, I'm going to do everything I can to help you fight what is going on in our world. And you could love your family by saying, I love you so much. Even young children, teach them to love these green vegetables. 1 cup per day, that's what you need. You don't have to overdo it and do 5-6 cups a day. You certainly could. Minimum 1 cup per day per family member. Remember, the more we eat God's foods in variety, the more we get these beautiful colors, we get all of these greens in our diet, the more your body's going to say, hey, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of those cancer cells. You won't even know you had them. I'll build your immune system. You won't even know a virus came along. I will help you be happy. I will help you have a good digestive system. I will help you not have depression. You won't even know what the word constipation means. You'll say, that's not me anymore, because this is what it means when we eat these foods that God delivered. So remember, I'm a net reader from thebiblicalnutritionist.com. Be sure and check out that website, because that's where I have the 7 steps to amazing biblical health. It's a book, and a lot of my marketing team said I should be selling that instead of giving it away, but I'm giving it away because I care about you. Be sure and check that download out for free at thebiblicalnutritionist.com. And tell me, what video would you like me to share with you? And remember again, God loves you. He's loved you from the moment of conception. I am a net reader from thebiblicalnutritionist.com. Thanks for watching.